Good morning, afternoon, evenings, the case may be, in your part of the world. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Zen Archer, and I just had a kind of a funny thought this morning. I'm not shaven yet, I'm not made up yet, I've got TV on in the background, but I thought I'd share this with you anyway. I was sitting here brushing my hair, and it occurred to me that when I was young, I had a full head of hair. But things change. And it reminded me when I was a teenager, driving around in my car, going to Mickey D's and picking the girlfriend up and all that kind of stuff. There were three things that I always had with me. One of them was a comb. The second one was Red Man pumpkin seeds. And the third one was always hot cinnamon toothpicks. They were strong and they were good. And even then I smoked, so they didn't hurt any. As a breath mint, I mean. At any rate, many years later, after I'd had a couple of children and was married and off on my own, my father called and asked me to pick him up to go somewhere. So I was on the way there, and I stopped at a local convenience store, and on the counter in the convenience store were the Red Man pumpkin seeds and the cinnamon toothpicks. So I grabbed a couple packs of both, threw them in the glove compartment of my car, and stuck a toothpick in my mouth, and down the road I went. When I got to where my father was at, he was waiting for me, and he opened the door and he got in. He thanked me for picking him up. I said, "You're welcome, Dad." And he sat there looking at me for a couple of minutes, and he just said, "Ridiculous." "Well, what's ridiculous, Dad?" I asked. He said, "You haven't got one tooth in your head, and you got a toothpick in your mouth, and that's ridiculous." It's funny how some of the things that you do seem bizarre to the people around you, and yet are very near and dear to your heart for reasons that there's no point in explaining or arguing about. You are what you are. You do what you do because that's what you do. Sometimes it's good to look ridiculous, but you can smile because you know what they don't. I don't know what made me think of that this morning, but it made me smile, so I thought I'd share it with you, and hope you get a smile too. Be who you are. Do what you do. And be well.